Alright. Hi Nom, hi Liam, welcome to the stream. Hi Jackie, welcome to the stream. I didn't realize I was live. I thought it was still like, okay. Live now. Nice. Hi the Warp Portal, welcome to the stream. Game Boy or Gamer Boy 95. Alright, hold on. Let me just do one quick thing. Just check one thing. Alright. What's good, Brandon? Welcome to the stream. Alright. Let's see. I can see, like, the Nexus Cube, kinda. Let's see. Nexus Ship, I think. You did 96 in Invisible Club Step? RIP. I can see, like, a theme with the ball and Swingcopter. Sorry. Honestly, I think the robot and spider feel kind of out of place compared to the rest of, like, the icon set, because most of the icon set is, like, I feel like a little more goofy, and then you have, like, the robot and spider, which aren't as, like, silly as the other icons, and I guess the cube, but it's, like, the cube, so, but, I don't care for that UFO just in general. I think your color scheme is, like, good. It's like not a bad color scheme. It's just like a generic color scheme, if you know what I mean. I do like the Swingcopter and ball. It's very rare that Swingcopters look good, so this one looks good. And I like the wave as well. I feel like it kind of goes into the silliness with the rest of the icon set, because most waves are kind of just like hard to like make it go with a theme, but I think that one looks good. And I think the ship also goes well with, like, because the ship is like a shark that looks kind of silly, so, you know. Overall, I'd give this icon set like a good 7 out of 10. I do think the robot and spider do bring it down a little bit. More so the spider. I just don't think the spider looks that good. And the UFO. I don't care for the UFO either. But other than that, I think the icon set's good. So, yeah. Nomnitro. Oh, Nomnitro. There we go. Alright, let's see. Not gonna lie, the UFO's just kind of out of place compared to everything else. Like, the UFO looks pretty silly compared to, like, the rest of the icon set. But, like, other than that, I think it looks really good. Like, I don't think the UFO looks bad. It just feels out of place, if you know what I mean. But other than that, I think, like, the color scheme is, like, really good. I like the purple and the blue. UFO just... Is this not yours, Nom? That's not right. What do you mean? This is your name, though. Is this your own icon set or something? Yeah, everything's good. I think the wave, spider, ball, and ship, and everything complements each other. Oh, you haven't synced data properly? Oh, I'll just rate this one. Cube, while basic, still looks good with everything else. Cube and ball complement each other. I think the wave and the spider actually complement each other pretty well. The Swingcopter also looks good. I've never seen that one. but I think it looks good. And robot also looks good. I think the ship and the cube would look good together, so yeah. But I'd give this icon set a solid 8 out of 10. I do think the UFO is out of place, but other than that, I think it's pretty good. There are some minor things that are like kind of distracting me, like the purple outline on some of the icons don't look that good. Like for the ball, I don't think it looks that good. But other than that, it's like a solid icon set. Extreme Boy 09. Okay. I really don't like the robot, I'm not gonna lie. The robot just kind of sticks out. Like, hi Proto, welcome to the stream. I think the color scheme matches with like some of the icons, but it doesn't like match with some of the other ones. If you know what I mean, like I think the color scheme looks good on like the ship and cube and wave, but like I don't think the color scheme matches well with like the swing copter or like the spider. I also don't think the UFO looks that good. It's just like UFO feels a little out of place with the rest of it. Same with the robot. I think like I feel like if you chose a lighter shade of red, it might look good, but that's also kind of generic. But I do think the thing that like completely ruins it is the robot. I think the cube and ship look solid, and I think they would complement each other whenever the cube's inside the ship, and then the wave also goes well with it. Ball doesn't look too bad, but yeah, I do think the robot brings it down by a lot. I'd give it a solid 4 out of 10. Biometry. You know, I forgot to put something in the message. Hold on. Sorry, I need to fix my pin message real quick. There's something I do need to... what was it? Alright, I need to fix that real quick. Alright, good now. Alright, I actually think this looks really good. I like it a lot. I think the glow's not that bad, to be honest. I actually think this icon set looks really good. Nothing feels like out of place for me. I like how the green and the white, like the shade of green you chose, actually complements like the white color of the like with the rest of the icons really well. And I could see kind of like a theme. Like your name's literally Biometry GD, so I knew it had to be something like this theming, or like, you know what I mean. I do like the ball and cube combination really well. I think those two look like really well together. They complement each other really well. I think like the robot looks really good. UFO, like robot, spider, and swing copter also all complement each other pretty well because they kind of look like mechanics. And the wave also looks pretty good for like, you know, because wave is kind of hard to match with something. So I think the wave you chose matches with the rest of it because it's like, you know, like a battle robot looks like to me. The only thing, like the ship is like a little strange, but I think the ship doesn't look that bad, to be honest. It's just a little out of place compared to everything else, but it still looks good. I'd give it like a solid 9 out of 10. I actually really like this icon set a lot. Like it like the theming is really good. The color scheme is really good. The icons all complement each other really well. Everything like goes well together. I really like this icon set. Iicomputer. Okay, I'm gonna be real. Yellow is one of my least favorite colors. I'm just gonna say it right now. So I am gonna be a little bit biased when I do this, when I'm rating this one, because like I really don't like the color yellow that much. I don't know why. I just don't like the color yellow. It's weird. Color's kind of like to me. I'm not the biggest fan. I think black and yellow I get Batman in that, but like I really don't like the color yellow that much. So yeah, in my opinion, the color scheme isn't great. I do think like the icons match with each other though. Like I don't know why, but I feel like the swing copter, wave, and UFO, ball, and cube all kind of match with each other. Like the cube, ball, UFO, and wave all have that like circle. And like you guys see the circle too, or like for the cube it's a square, same thing. I do think those match. I think the ship and the robot also go well together. I think like the icons themselves look good together. It's just like I'm not a big fan of the color scheme. Like all these icons look really well. Like you chose like icons that complement each other really well. Like swing and spider complement each other well. Ball, ship, cube, or not ship, cube, ball, UFO, and wave all look well together, and the ship and robot also look well together. I'd give this a solid 6.5 out of 10. I'm just like really biased towards the color scheme, but I think the icons themselves look well together. Minisodaa. Oh. There we go. Alright, hold up. Alright. Color scheme's good. I like the cube. There's not much of a theming going on, but like the icons themselves look really, like the colors with the icons look really good together. Like despite there not really being a theme, the colors look good. I think like everything's pretty solid here in my opinion. Like yes, yours is actually up next, like unironically. I mean, color scheme, while a bit basic, does look really well. I like I like the ball a lot. I like all of these, to be honest. Like the cube looks really good. The ship I like the ball. I like the UFO. Wave is a little basic, but like it is wave, so it is kind of hard to like it is kind of hard to like make a wave look not basic, especially when there's not really a theme to the icons, but wave is fine. I like the robot. I've never been a big fan of the spider icon, so I think the spider's alright. I'm not a big fan of the icon itself. I just think it looks kind of weird, to be honest. Like I don't really like the middle of it, or not the middle, but like the left side of it where it's like those lines. And I think the swing copter looks good. Overall, I'd give this a solid 7 out of 10, mainly because there's not really much of a theme, but like I still think it looks good. I think the icon set looks really good. It's just there's not much of a theme, and the wave and spider do bring it down a little bit. But other than that, I think it looks good. Kalonoodles. Sai, this is definitely not yours. Sai, this is definitely not your icon set. Chat, do I rate it? Cause see, like, this isn't his icon set. This is not him. This is definitely not Sai. I didn't even know there was an Among Us swing copter. But like, I actually do like the colors. It's a basic color scheme, but it looks really good, especially with like these types of icons with like the robots and stuff. Like the spider, robot, and swing copter all look good together. Same with the UFO. Wave is like a crystal diamond. Sai, this is not... You do not have 2,899 demons, Sai. This is not your icon set. Three out of 10. I think this is a solid 7 out of 10. I'm not a big fan of the ship, to be honest. I actually really don't like the ship. It's a 7 out of 10. I'm not really gonna rate it because this is clearly not Sai's account, but you know. Mango, Tango. Man. You see, now this is Mango's account. I know that. Because his name is Mango. So, yeah, Sai, you have 2 subs. There's no way that's your account. Oh, Sai, you already chose an account. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be real. I really do not like this color scheme. I do not like this color scheme at all. I just don't think the green you chose matches with like the pink you chose. The color scheme does not match well, especially on the ship. Oh my god. I do not like that ship at all. The UFOs, like the basic UFO, I don't really like how the colors clash on that one. Like, looks kind of strange. My favorite is definitely the swing copter. Like, despite the fact I trashed on the color scheme, it's not that pink and green don't match. It's just, I think you could have chosen like, you could have chosen a different green. Swing copter looks good. I do think the color scheme matches for that. Looks like a goofy rock. Tried to change the UFO. Yeah, you'd need to change that. Wave is probably the second best, mainly because it's like kind of basic compared to everything else. Spider is I don't like that robot. Mango, this 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. No, I'm just kidding. Cube is also alright. It's kind of like the wave, where it's like basic. Like, it's not much. It's pretty basic. Ship is terrible. I really don't like that ship. Change it to red and white. Yes. Yeah, I'd give this like a 3 out of 10. Swing copter saves it. Also, Cube and Wave not being terrible. Like, being 5 out of 10s kind of raises it. But 10 out of 10 because, you know, it's actually the best icon set in the world. 10 out of 10. Gifs, is your GD name actually Gifs? You managed to get that name? Alright. No! It's the Advi Styles color scheme! No! Why would you use this color scheme even though it looks good? It's the XN slash Advi Styles color scheme. No! No! No, I'm just kidding. I'll actually rate it. I'm not a big fan of the robot. I just never liked the way that robot looked. I remember I used it at one point, but yeah, I hate this robot, not gonna lie. Even with the good color scheme, I just don't like the way the robot looks. Usually I would say I don't like that spider, but with this color scheme, you don't even know who that is. Why are you making me rate it, Jackie? Why are you making me rate this if you don't know who it is, bruh? Do you really want me to rate this, Jackie? Do you really want me to rate this or nah? Because I think the cube is like the most basic thing in the world. Most of this is just Xn's icon set. So 6 out of 10. Yeah, Nairo slash Xn, or I don't know how to say his name. Or shit, just wait. Oh my god. Ship is alright. The cube, ball, UFO are his icons. Xn's icons. 6 out of 10. Swingcopter looks good in my opinion. The Gamer 422. Ooh. This is cool. I like the color scheme a lot. Let's see. I actually think this looks really cool, not gonna lie. Everything looks pretty good except for the ship. And I guess kind of the cube. Ship's the only thing that's like really out of place here. Ship looks pretty weird compared to everything else. I really like the robot. What you did with the robot and the swingcopter. Ball is cool. Wave also looks really good. Like the pointer with like the gray and white looks really good. Spider's solid. Not the best, but not the worst. Same with the cube. UFO's alright. I'm not the biggest fan of the UFO. It's okay. I think the robot and swingcopter really look good in this. With the like alien robot. Yeah, I'd give this a solid 7.5 out of 10. Despite like some of the other icons like the ship and the cube kind of bring it down, but like a majority of this looks really good. Elias 2200. What the heck? Why did it just change? Hold up. Check something. Okay. All right. I don't really know what happened. Like this clearly shows a different icon, but I mean, half of the like the cube, ship, and spider are kind of just like the basic icons. I do think this is is this not like the green is like it's the fat wave, Bro, the fat wave, I actually kind of like this wave. I know it's used a lot, but I know why, because there's not like a lot of waves that look really that great, but that one I think looks good. The round, dude, I don't really know how to rate this. Most of it's like basic. Swingcopter's alright. I actually think the basicness doesn't look that bad. Robot is so out of place. I can see a theming here with like round things. Ball is basic, but like doesn't look terrible. I mean, this is a very safe icon set. I'd give it like a solid 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 4 to 5 out of 10, I don't know. It's not terrible, but it's kind of hard to rate this. It's like pretty basic. Coraldude GD. Maybe he meant Coraldude. Okay. I like the colors. Hold on. I think that the colors look good. Let's see. I don't know why, but this reminds me of like a circus with like the ball and the ball kind of reminds me of a parachute for some reason. Like those parachutes you used to play with in gym class in elementary school. Hi Thejimjam, welcome to the stream. Cube is alright. Again, this is kind of a basic icon set. Like I know the swing is like the default one, I think. I like the spider. Robot looks good. Or not robot. Spider looks fine. Robot looks alright. Wave is eh. UFO doesn't look terrible, but it's like not the greatest. Ball is eh. Ship is eh. Overall, I'd give this like a solid 4 out of 10. Probably 4 out of 10. Because like nothing really looks that terrible, but it's also so plain that like it's not like outstanding either. It's kind of just a safe icon set. Cosmicdasher GD. Ooh. The color scheme is like hit or miss for these icons. Like it looks good on some of them, but not so great on other ones. Hold on. Let's see. Look, okay. I don't know why Cloud's blade is the ship, but the ship looks terrible. I do not like that ship at all. The name fits the eye. Yeah, I could see the theme, but I really don't like the ship. I know where that sword is from, and I'm sad it was used like this. Cloud Strife sword from Final Fantasy VII. I'm just not a big fan of the ball in general. I get it kind of looks like a galaxy in this context, which I think brings it up a little bit. I'm going in order of the chat, OJN. I'm not a big fan of the UFO either. It looks like a bunch of holes are on top of it, and I kind of have trypophobia. But, yeah. Cube is good. I actually like the cube. It's like, I don't know why, but that cube always looks good with like these types of colors. I like the spider a lot. Spider's definitely my favorite here. I don't know why, but like the elephant looks so like, it looks so good with this color scheme. I like the spider a lot. I think the wave is good. Like a cosmic finger, like master hand. I don't know. I think the Swingcopter also matches really well with like an outer space TV, you know, like junk in the space. I think robot's all right. Um, I give this overall 5.5 to 6 out of 10. My main problem is definitely the ship and the UFO. I would say ball, but I actually do think it matches well with like a cosmic vibe because it kind of looks like a galaxy. But other than that, yeah, it's probably 6 out of 10. Man, 60. Ooh, I like the color scheme here. Hold up. All right. Probably Psy. Let's see. Again, I don't know why people use this robot. I really don't like this robot at all. It just doesn't look good in my opinion. Other than that, I like the icon scheme. I think the ball is definitely my favorite one. I actually like the design of that ball a lot and the way it goes with like the color scheme. It looks like a fireball, kind like a fire orb or something. That looks really good. I think the Swingcopter is probably my second least favorite, but I still think it looks good. I just think like the yellow on it could be a little darker or maybe lighter, who knows. But I still think it looks good. I think the spider looks good. It's like one of those sand enemies you'd see in Super Mario. I think the wave is pretty basic, but it's kind of hard to make a wave look good. So I think the wave looks good. It's just kind of basic. Ship is a little. I guess the ship matches the cube kinda, so I can see what you were going with there. Cube is kind of like. I don't really know how to describe it, but UFO also matches with the cube really well. They're both like front facing, so that's kind of interesting. I've never really seen I don't know why the cube is so front facing. Other than that, I think this is a solid 7.5 out of 10. My main issue is definitely the robot. It brings it down by a lot. Other than that, I think it looks good. Falcondunk. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. The ball of all balls. I swear I've seen this ball like a million different times. I mean, it looks good, but like it is pretty basic, the ball. I don't really like the color scheme it's a basic color scheme, but still a good one. But like, it's like, it doesn't match the UFO. I think the UFO is probably my least favorite one here. I think compared to like the rest of the icon set, it just doesn't match that well. I like the way the cube looks. Cube looks good. I don't really know what the ship is supposed to be. I feel like the ship and cube combination wouldn't look that great, but I think the wave looks good. The wave looks actually really cool. Like, wave's pretty hard to make look good, but this wave looks pretty good. I'm usually not a fan of the spider, but with this color scheme, I think it looks good. Honestly, the Swingcopter, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like that I use that Swingcopter, but I feel like here it doesn't really match with the color scheme. I don't know. I feel like white and light blue just don't, like the white on top and the light blue on the bottom don't look that good for it. I think the robot looks pretty good. I think the robot and spider look pretty good together. I think overall I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. UFO, ship, and swing kind of bring it down. It's really just the UFO, but like swing and ship are alright. Other than that, I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's pretty good. Other than that, I really like the spider and how the spider and robot look together. Gifs. Gifs, this is not the icon set I'd expect you to have. I thought you'd have something completely different. This is not the... Hold on, I'm looking for the next up. Give me a second. Alright, Gifs. Not the biggest fan of the ship, not gonna lie. I feel like I could see why you chose it because it matches with the wave, but I don't think the color scheme matches well with like the ship. It looks a little better on the wave. My main problem is just the arms on the bullet. I just think the purple arms don't match well, or like look that great. I like the spider a lot, and I just don't like that how the robot looks in general, but I do think it looks good with like the spider. I think the robot and spider actually complement each other really well, even though I'm not a big fan of just how that robot's icon design looks usually. And I also think the swing looks how would I look at jetpacks? Isn't that just like the ship colors? I think the swing robot and spider combo look really good. The UFO also matches with them. Cube also looks good. I do think like 2 dark colors does make the cube look a little but like still not bad. 2 dark colors are hard to pull off, to be fair. Ball's alright. I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be honest. I don't know, it just looks kind of but overall I'd give this like wait. Oh, you can do that? Oh. Huh. I didn't know that. I did not know that, to be honest. Overall, I'd give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. I think it's like really creative. It's just the wave and the ship bring it down a little bit. Jetpacks are kind of hard to rate though, because it's mainly just color scheme. I give this a solid 7 out of 10. OJN. Whoa. Oh, jetpacks do change. Okay, I did not know that. No, I'm not. Hold on. Alright, bro. You're gonna be in the... Oh, okay. Yeah, bro's in the timeout corner for a little bit. Okay. Hold up, I gotta find out where I was. Okay. OJN, that was the guy's name. Alright. Let's see. Jetpack, honestly, best one here. I think the color scheme looks really good with the jetpack. Now that I learned that jetpacks can be visible, I think that this guy has 2 creator points as well. Nice. I actually like the robot a lot. I like the Sonic reference, and the color scheme looks like really good with it. My least favorite icon here is definitely the UFO. UFO's my least favorite. I just don't like the design, just in general. I'm not a huge fan of the design of the UFO. It's not really the color scheme, it's just the UFO itself. I think the swing looks really good. Spider looks good, but there's just something... I think it feels a little kind too skinny for a spider. in my opinion, but I still think it looks pretty good. Like the color scheme matches well with it. And I think it goes well with like the swing and the robot and the ship. Ship looks pretty good as well. Cube, I can see why you picked it because it goes well with the theme. But honestly, I don't think the colors and with the cube itself match well with like the rest of it. But I still think like the theme you have going on is good. Wave, I can see why you chose it. It's like a mouse, kind of like, I understand why you chose it. Ball doesn't really match with it. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's kind of just like the basic ball, but it doesn't really match. Same with the UFO. Jetpack is easily like the best. It goes really well with the theming, and I think you chose a really good color scheme for the theme as well. Overall, I'd give this icon set a solid 8.5 out of 10. It's mainly just the UFO bringing it down, kind of the ball, but the ball's not really like hurting it or like making it better. GT Rizzy. 111. Oh, okay, that makes sense, OJM. Hold on, I need it. I'm not the biggest fan of the color scheme, not gonna lie. I can see why you would choose it. It's like a poison color scheme, like, but honestly, like, it looks good on some of the icons. Like, the cube actually looks the best out of all. Okay. Jetpack looks good. I think the color scheme actually matches well with the jetpack as well. I think the cube is definitely the best one here because it's like a toxic cube, and the colors this person chose are like poison colors. Other than that, I think the swing looks all right. It's the like kind of a basic swing copter, but it doesn't look terrible. Ship is also all right, although for like, I don't know how I would see that like with the cube on top of the ship. It'd probably look kind of weird. This color scheme does not do the ball right. Usually that ball is like, looks really basic, but here it's like, did someone request an ID? What the heck? No way someone requested an ID. Ball, I don't really like. Same with the UFO. I just don't think that UFO looks good with like the color scheme you chose here. Bomb, I can see what you were trying to do here, or the robot bomb, whatever. I think that like, it looks good. I think it looks good. Spider, I can see what you were trying to do here. It's like a poisonous spider. Wave is probably my least favorite though. I just don't think the green and the purple clash well together. It doesn't, it looks off-settling. Overall, I'd give this a solid 5.5 out of 10. Cube and robot kind of carry it, not gonna lie. Jetpack also kind of carries it. Other than that, yeah. Ammarsyahmisufi. Okay. Alright, let's see. My favorite here, let's see. Definitely the Swingcopter. Swingcopter is my favorite one here. I just think like the colors here look well with Swingcopter. Least favorite, I don't know. Honestly, none of these look bad. Even the jetpack jetpack looks good. Hmm. Hold on. I'd give this a solid, yeah, I'd give it an 8 or 9, 8.5 to be honest. I think there's like a theming here that looks really good. I think that like the cube, ball, ship, UFO all match each other really well, especially ship, ball, UFO. I think those three like look really good together. No, you just can't spam in general, sigh. I think the spider and the robot look really good together as well, with like the face thing, like a mecha, like a, I don't know how to describe it, but it looks really good. Wave, it is a bit basic, but it is wave. I feel like for this type of theming, it's pretty basic, honestly. Yeah, I think everything here looks good. The only thing really bringing it down is the wave. I think everything else looks fine. I especially like the swingcopter. I just think it's cute. I like the swingcopter a lot, to be honest. It's like really cute. Yeah. I'd give this a solid 8.5 out of 10. Strikeflightgd. Oh my god. I have never seen that cube in my life. What the heck is that? Alright. I do not like that cube, to be honest. Cube is the only... Wait. I don't really like the jetpack either. I don't like the jetpack. I think the ship looks alright. Color scheme matches with some icons, but like... doesn't match with others. I like the swingcopter. I'm a fan of the swingcopter. I've never really seen it until now, but I'm a fan of it with this color scheme as well. I like the spider too. Spider looks good. I think the UFO also looks pretty good. Wave is a little basic, but it does kind of look like a gemstone. I think white on that wave looks really good. UFO, I think looks good, but I don't think it'd match with the cube very well. The cube is definitely my least favorite. It does match with the ball, but still, I don't like it that much. Robot's pretty good. Overall, I'd give this a solid 7 out of 10. Cube, jetpack, and ship bring it down, but like I think the spider and robot or swingcopter are really good here. Shashin Geode. Alright. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. My least favorite is definitely the wave. I know, like, I do like the design of the wave, but I feel like with this color scheme, it just doesn't really, like, match well with everything else. I think, like... I think that, like, the wave is really the only weak one here. Like, the only one I don't really like. Everything else looks good. I think, like, the UFO and ball actually match really well together, oddly enough. And, like, I can see a theming you were going on here. And I think the jetpack definitely looks good as well. Like, the color scheme with the jetpack, it's, like, kind of basic, but basic works well here. Ship also looks good. The jetpack does look better, but ship also looks good. I would say the cube is a little basic, but it still looks good. I think it actually matches the jetpack well, for my honest opinion. I think the spider and the robot also look good. I think the spider and robot actually match really well. They're like kind of old-timey like machines that like destroy stuff, it looks like. I would say the Swingcopter also looks really good. It kind of looks like a drone, but also a meteorite at the same time. I think that like, I think the Swingcopter looks good with the rest of it as well. I think the UFO and cube would like go well together when the UFO's inside the cube. I think those two would look well together when you'd like play the game. The only thing that's really I don't like is the wave, but other than that, I'd give this a solid like 9 out of 10. Even though I did dog on the wave, I still think like it looks really good. Wave isn't like terrible, it's just a little off-putting compared to the rest of it. The Thejimjam. My favorite's definitely the ball. I don't know why, but I really like the ball for some reason. It kind of reminds me of like a star in the sky. I think it looks really good. Least favorite is the spider. I don't know why, but like I just don't think the dark blue looks good on the spider at all. It just doesn't match with the spider, to be honest. Sure, Proto, yeah. Yeah. Swing is also eh. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of most of these. My favorite's definitely the ball. Cube, I think actually matches the ball well. The jetpack's fine. The colors go okay with it. UFO, it's the basic UFO. I think the colors look alright with it. Wave and robot, oddly enough, kind of go well together. I don't know why, but they just do. Other than that, I'd give this a solid like 4.5 out of 10. I just don't think that like the color scheme is that good, especially on the spider and with these icons, except for the ball. Other than that, it's eh. Loresky. Hold up. Hold up. Alright. Alright. Okay, it is pretty basic, not gonna lie. I think the spider looks good with the colors. I think spider and swing match it well. He beat 9 circles? For real, dude, what the heck? Okay, the robot, ball, and ship are all just the basic robot, ball, and ship. Does bring it down a bit. Cube is alright. I think the colors, like, it is just a safe color scheme option. It's not good, it's not bad. I don't like the wave that much, or the UFO. UFO is definitely my least favorite. I don't know, I just don't like the way the UFO design looks, especially with this color scheme. or not especially with this color scheme, just like the UFO design in general. Overall, I'd give it like a solid 4 out of 10. It's just like the only issue is or like the big issue is that a lot of these are just the basic icon set, so it's kind of hard to rate that, but you know. 5 Spy 8000. Ooh. Okay. Color scheme is a little iffy. Alright. I'll say that like the color scheme works well on some of the icons, but not like as well as the other. I actually really like how that jetpack looks looks though. It looks really good. I actually think like the jetpack is probably my favorite one, to be honest. I just think it looks really cool with this color scheme, not gonna lie. It's like obsidian or like something like that. It looks really good. My least favorite is the ball, to be honest. I just don't like the way the green looks on the ball. It looks pretty weird. Other than that, like the wave is a little bit messy, but it still looks pretty good. And I think like the wave does go well with the rest of the theme. I think like the UFO, robot, spider, and swingcopter all look good together. They're like futuristic robots or something like that. Like they look like they were made in a lab with the green. It looks pretty good, to be honest. Overall, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. It looks really good. Wave is also but it's like the ball is the thing that's mainly bringing it down. It just doesn't look good with the rest of the icons. Blueexplorer. Okay. Basic UFO and wave and cube bring it down a lot. I get why he does double blue. His name's literally Blueexplorer. I like the way the ship looks. Let's see the jetpack. Jetpack's I don't really like the dark blue on it. The robot's definitely my favorite. The spider's alright, and I don't really like the swingcopter that much. Swing kind of looks... I don't like the dark blue on some of these. It just doesn't look good with like the light blue on the icon. And I think it's the dark blue ruining it. Overall, I'd give it a solid 5 out of 10. I think like the basic icons do bring it down a lot, and the dark blue isn't that great. Mason or... Again, I get this is like the Rob Top color scheme, but I'm still not a fan of yellow at all. I just don't like the color yellow that much, to be honest. I do think it looks good on the spider, however. Like the Rob Top cube inside the spider looks really good. Other than that, I'm not a big fan of the rest of them. I don't really know why the Twitch icon is used for the cube. I don't really like the cube. Jetpack was okay. Ship isn't... I don't really like the ship, to be honest. Ball is UFO is Wave is I really don't like that robot's design at all. Its mouth looks really weird, to be honest. And Swingcopter is... Overall, I'd give it a solid like 4 out of 10. Again, I'm just not a big fan of the color yellow, and like the icons like the cube, the robot, and the ship and UFO ball. None of it looks that good, to be honest. Sad. No. Ooh. Okay, let's see. I'd give the I'd give the ship. I think the only thing I really don't like here is the I like that jetpack a lot. I think black and like I think like a red glow with like the black looks really good. My least favorite's definitely the robot. I don't know. I just feel like the black kind of overtakes everything else. I think that like the cube, the ship, the ball, the UFO, and the spider and the swing all look good together. Wave is kind of out of place, but it still looks fine with the rest of it. I think this icon set looks pretty good. The colors complement each other really well. I think the theme goes good, even with the robot. I give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. I think that like I think most of it looks pretty good. They look cool. Proto GD King 2. I did not expect these icons from you, Proto. My least favorite is definitely the UFO, though. I just don't think it looks that good, to be honest. I think the ball isn't that great. I don't really like the ball either. Spider looks good. I think the swingcopter looks good. I'm not a big fan of the wave. I just don't think the pink works well with the gray for it. I think the robot looks good. I can see like a theming with the cube ship, ball, and UFO. But honestly, I just don't think the color scheme matches well for the ball and the UFO. But like, I think the ship and ball still complement each other well. And the cube. I think the cube looks good. Overall, I'd give it like a 6.5 out of 10. I just feel like some of the colors don't clash well together. And some of the icons don't match well. Geometrical plan. Oh, pan, not plan. Okay. I like the color scheme a lot. I think the jetpack's alright. Ethan, you're nowhere close to being up next. I have a lot of icon requests. My least favorite's definitely the swingcopter. I just don't think the colors match well with the design. Honestly, I don't really like the design of the swingcopter that much to begin with. Spider and UFO look good together. Wave is alright. UFO is fine. I actually like the ball a lot, and cube is good too. I'd give it like a solid 7 out of 10. I just don't think the swingcopter goes well with the rest of it, not gonna lie. Funny fart 56. Ooh, I like the colors a lot. I like this color scheme. See the jetpack? Jetpack looks good. Hmm. 2025 stars. That's pretty cool. I like the cat or the cube. I think the colors go well with the cube, and it also goes well. I like this icon set a lot, to be honest. It's very cute for a name like Funny Fart 56. Swing is definitely my favorite. I don't know why. It's just like the cute icon goes really well with the color scheme. Same with the spider. Robot does feel a little out of place because it feels a lot more like like less cute than the other ones, but it still looks good. I like the UFO a lot. Ship looks pretty good, and overall, the ball also looks really good. I do think the blue glow around it does kind of bring it down a little bit. So overall, I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. It's just the blue glow that kind of ruins it for me. Other than that, it looks pretty good. X-Bass. X. Alright. I'm not a huge fan of the color scheme for some of the icons, but I like the way it looks on others. I'm not a big fan of the robot, probably my least favorite. My favorite is the swingcopter. I like the little green dude inside of like the case. I think the design of the swingcopter looks good and the colors complement it well. Jetpack is eh. I don't really like the green glow around it, to be honest. I think the cube looks alright. There's the design's a little eh, and also the green color doesn't really match well with the peach for it. Same with the UFO. I think that like it just doesn't look like ball also doesn't look that good. Like the design is eh with the colors. Ship kind of looks out of place as well. I don't really like the green on it. Wave is fine. I think it unironically matches the robot and spider pretty good. Overall, I'd give it a solid 6 out of 10. I think the ball and like the color scheme and the robot bring it down, but overall, I think like it's not bad. The real said 2. I'm gonna be real, I'm not a big fan of the swingcopter design, to be honest. Other than that, okay. I think the color scheme goes well with the UFO and spider. It is the basic color scheme, and I do see it a lot with the spider, but I still think it looks good. I think that the robot looks good. I think the colors match it really well. Swingcopter's definitely my least favorite. Jetpack's the basic jetpack. Ball is alright. I don't really like how the blue and white on the border. That's probably my least favorite part about it. And I think the cube is pretty solid. Overall, I'd give this, cube looks good. I think the colors match well with it. Overall, I'd give it like a solid 7 out of 10. The color palette is a very safe one, but, it looks good on most of these icons, except for like this. I don't like the swingcopter design, and I don't really like the ball either. The square zebra. Ooh, I like the cube. I like Meta Knight a lot, to be honest. Just in general, I like the character Meta Knight. I'm not a big fan of the spider on this one. I think it looks pretty weird. It's probably my least favorite. Wave is literally the basic UFO. It's Grey, right? One is a name and one's a color. The ball looks good with the colors, not gonna lie. I like the dark Sonic as well. Like, I like the robot a lot. I think the colors make it look really good. Same with the cube. I think it matches well. Jetpack is eh. Ship is eh. UFO looks good. I kind of like it. Swingcopter, I don't think the colors, I don't think dark colors match for that swingcopter. I think you need brighter colors than like black. Overall, I'd give this icon set a solid 7.5 out of 10. The robot and cube definitely carry, and I do like kind of like the video game theme going on with those two and the wave. I think overall that's pretty good as well. Core 6 P3. Okay. I don't really care for the color scheme that much for some of these icons. Like, I don't think the color scheme looks that good for the wave or cube. I think the cube's like a little too dark for me. I'm not a big fan of the swingcopter design in general. I don't think the colors look that good on the spider, mainly because of the dark cube, and like I just don't think two dark colors look that good together just in general. Wave is UFO is probably my favorite. I think the UFO is fine. I'm not really I just don't really like the colors, to be honest. The color scheme's not my favorite. Overall, I'd give it like a 3 or 2 out of 10. I just don't like the color scheme that much. Robot's probably the only thing that I like. Robot and UFO are the two things I really only like. The other icons just don't look that good. Yeah. Mace do 43. Oh boy. Okay, the glow does not match well with the basic icon colors. The glow just doesn't match. Ethan, you're up next, by the way. Yeah, I don't like how the red glow looks with the color scheme at all. The color scheme's the basic color icons, but that's not an issue. The issue is definitely the red glow around it. I don't think the colors look good on like the robot. The cube and ball look good together. Not the biggest fan of the wave, however. Cube and ball definitely carry this icon set. Swingcopter is I don't really like the colors with it. Robot's definitely my least favorite. Spider is meh. I don't really like the colors with it either. Ship is as well. Overall, I'd give it like a solid 4 out of 10. The red glow definitely is the worst part about it. Ethan, Matt, 14. I get the poison theme here too. Alright. Shit, I gotta go in like 13 minutes. Okay. Dude, the robot. I love the robot so much. Hold up. I love this robot. Robot carries. Oh my god, I love it so much. I love that robot. Hold up. No, the robot's great. Robot's like immediate Plants versus. It's unoriginal, but like I love it. I love that. I love the robot. I'm not a big fan of the spider, or the UFO. I don't think the colors match well with it. Jetpack was alright. Same with ship. I don't think the colors like mashed completely well with it. I get the reference to the mushroom though, with like the shroom, the tiny mushroom. I think that looks pretty funny as well. I like the Plants vs Zombies reference, with the robot and the cube. Hold up. Let me do something. Okay. Alright. Overall, I actually like this icon set a lot. Hi Angie, welcome to the stream. The only thing that brings it down is like the spider and UFO. You don't like the waves? Yeah, that makes sense. Wave is a very hard icon to make look good. Overall, I'd give this a solid 7 out of 10. I like the robot and mushroom or cube a lot. Swingcopter's alright. Ball is basic, but it doesn't look bad. I do think this is a solid 7 out of 10. Red. Corrupt. There we go. Well, this is not red at all, but you know. Let's see. My least favorite. Oh, I like the way the I like this jetpack a lot. I'm gonna try and get it. I like the way that jetpack looks a lot. Jaden, you were not up next. I'm pretty sure someone who left the stream was up next. I think the Swingcopter looks good. The colors work well with it. Wave is alright. My favorite's definitely the robot. I like the way the robot looks a lot, to be honest. This is the GD Cologne icon colors. I think the ball and Swingcopter unironically go well together. Same with the cube. I think the ship and UFO also go well together. I'm not the biggest fan of the ship's design, but I think the color scheme for like the UFO and ship like match them well together. Robot's definitely my favorite. I think the color scheme definitely works well there. Wave is a little like Wave kind of doesn't fit with the rest of it for me, because the rest of it feels kind of simple, while the wave is like, you know, that. Overall, I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. I think if you change the wave, it can definitely be better. Kirby, Kong, 918. Oh boy. This wave in this color scheme. Alright. Let's see. Personally, I like the way the robot and spider, like, they're both references to Mario. I think the Swingcopter, these colors look better with the blue on top and white on the bottom. Still, like, I don't think the two bright colors don't really look good on this Swingcopter, in my opinion. The wave is, like, one of the most basic ones, like, basic things. I think the ball actually looks pretty good. Cube is a little, like, generic because it's used by everyone, but yeah, it's like the cyclic cube and ship. But I think the ball looks good. I think the UFO actually looks good with the color scheme. The Mario icons look good as well. Overall, I'd give it a solid, like, I'd say 7 out of 10. It is a little unoriginal, but it still looks good. Red Yoshi. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of the color yellow, to be honest. I'm not the biggest fan of the color yellow, to be honest, so I don't think it looks that good with like the ball. Ball is definitely my least favorite here. I just don't think the colors look good together. Same with the swing copter. I don't think the colors clash well. I think the colors do work with like the spider. I like the spider a lot, and the cube. The cube also goes well with it. Ship is kind of basic in my opinion, but it's not bad. UFO is alright. I think the UFO is fine. I get your like name is Red Yoshi, so I get why you use the robot. I like that. Wave isn't your wave. Oh, use icon hack. Okay. Overall, solid 6.5 out of 10. I think the robot's my favorite mainly because your name is Red Yoshi, and that's like the closest thing to a Yoshi, so I think that's pretty creative. Yeah, I think the icon set looks pretty good. Flash 53. I like the cube. Ship is interesting. I have never seen that ship. It's honestly a little too big for my liking, not gonna lie. Ship is probably like I don't see any secondary color on it either. I've never seen this ship in my life, not gonna lie. I don't really like the green gloves on the wave. My favorite's definitely the swing, either the swing copter or the cube. Lion ship, I've never seen it before, but yeah, I think the robot looks alright. I don't really like the green on the spider, not gonna lie. It still doesn't look bad, but I'm not a big fan of the green. Let's see. Overall, I'd give it a solid like 6.5 out of 10. I think the cube and the swing copter definitely carry. The UFO, I don't know why, but I don't think the like colors clash well together. Let's see. Yeah, overall solid 6 out of 10. Chips. What the heck? Oh, ship chips. Alright. I'm only gonna be able to do like 2 more after this one. Sorry guys, because I actually do have to go. I have plans later. Most of this is the basic icon set, not gonna lie. I think the cube looks good, but most of it is the basic icon set. I do think the colors match well together though, so yeah, those colors look pretty good. It's kind of hard to rate when it's like the basic icon set, but yeah, I think overall I'd give it a solid 5.5 out of 10. It's kind of hard to rate this one. It's the basic icon set, not gonna lie. I think the colors look good together though. Cube looks good as well. Zep R1XGD. Ooh, okay. Color scheme looks good on some. I like the ball. Actually, no, I didn't. I meant my least favorite is the ball. I don't really like the color scheme with this ball. I feel like if it was inverted, like white in the middle, black on the outline, it'd look a lot better. My favorite's probably the wave. I like the wave. I'm not a big fan of the swing copter design. I think that like the cube looks good, although I feel like I've seen it a lot. I think it's like B-Gram's cube or something, or ice, or not ice. Yeah, ice cave. Swing copter is alright. I don't really like how the the ship doesn't have. I don't really like how the ship doesn't have pupils. Spider looks alright. It is the basic spider, but I think the colors make it look good. Ship is fine. Wave is definitely my favorite though. I like the fire, like the black and white fire that goes with it. And I also think the UFO looks good. I think the design of it's good with the color scheme. Overall, I'd give it like a solid 6.5 out of 10. Alright, this is going to be the last one, guys, because I legitimately have to go. Sorry. I like actually have to go. I tried to stream as long as possible, but I'm actually going to have to go after this one. Let's see. I like the theme of it a lot. It's like technology theme, kind of. I love that jetpack. It looks so good. I think everything here complements each other really well, and I think that like the only thing that's a little off-putting is the cyan glow around it. It does kind of like it does kind of off-put it a little bit, the blue glow, but other than that, I think the designs of like the spider, robot, wave, swingcopter, like everything goes well together. This is a really good icon set. Like the designs of each icon like match each other really well, and like the color scheme you used besides the glow looks like really good. Like this is a really good one. I really like it a lot. It's a 9.5 out of 10. It would be a 10, but like the blue glow just ruins it a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. I think this is a very good looking icon set. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go now, guys. Sorry.